What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and I am back from the Tucson Gem Show. Wow, what an experience. For those of you who don't know, the Tucson Gem Show is the largest gem crystal mineral show in the world. People from all over the world descend on Tucson, Arizona to buy, sell, trade, share their crystal stories. It's a melting pot of the world's crystal lovers. And it was my first year going, and I gotta say, guys, it was an overwhelming experience. I thought I knew. Okay, you figure, okay, the entire world is going to be here in this city. Okay, you think you have it figured out. You can conceptualize it. There is no way, if you've never been there before, to conceptualize how massive this thing is. Tent upon tent upon tent. The whole city just, basically shuts down, and it's just a crystal extravaganza. And I was in my element. I'm going to share pics and videos with you in this video and just share my experience with you. It was absolutely overwhelming to the point where I can't even process it all. Now that I'm home, I'm back, I'm just like, wow, that was a whirlwind. It feels like it was a dream almost. I got to meet so many interesting, kind people who just shared a passion for crystals and for crystal healing, and for there's so many different aspects to the crystal world, and you get to kind of rub elbows with everybody, right? From the rock hounds to the metaphysical people to the artists, and it was just a incredible experience. I can't say enough about it. If you love crystals and you've never been to the Tucson Gem Show, this is your home. Okay, this is your home. It is waiting for you. Every single type of crystal you have ever heard of and more. Every shape, every size, every price point, whether you want to spend $1 or $1 million, you can do it. Okay, I was thinking, if I had $1 million to spend, I still couldn't get all the gems and crystals that I wanted to get. There was just that many choices, that many options, and it was, like I said, I've said the word overwhelming like 7 times now, but it was overwhelming. I mean, there were fossils, there were minerals, not just crystals, right? And yeah, like I said, I got to meet a lot of interesting people. My kind of goal this year was to pick up some meditation tools. Okay, when I look at crystals, when I interact with crystals, I'm in it for the metaphysical aspects, for the crystal healing aspects. So my goal this year at the Gem Show was to pick up as many meditation tools as I could afford, and just from spheres to crystal points to just all sorts of things. And I'll show you at the end of the video what my haul was, and I'll show you more in depth into what I picked up. So yeah, I was looking at things from the more of a metaphysical vantage point. And I was going down, to every tent. I wanted to see it all, right? There's something like 41 shows. I didn't get to stay until the main show, which is when all the the cabinet pieces are shown, when all the the award-winning pieces are on display. So I didn't get to see that show, but I went into every single show I possibly could. Some of them are wholesale only, so I couldn't get in. But I went to every show I possibly could, walked 4 miles. I was exhausted by the end of this thing. I was there for something like 10 days. I went I saw crystals every single day. I wake up, go have a crystal bath, right? And you just do it for 8 hours. It's in the hot sun. It is the desert. Even though it's the winter, it was rather hot. It got into the 80s, and it's a dry heat. So I did a lot of walking. I felt exhausted by the end of it, but I wouldn't change a thing. I would do it over and over again if I could. I would do it every day if I could. That's how much fun I had. It was just great. So yes, I did look at things from a metaphysical standpoint. It was really interesting that I had a synchronicity with my friend. He had one day. He had driven from California as well, and he had one day to see the crystals and buy his crystals, and it just synchronistically worked out that we just ran into each other on the one day he had, and we spent the day and I spent the day with him, shopping with him, and I got to see things from a different perspective. I was looking at meditation tools. He's an artist, and he creates pendants and jewelry and all sorts of different things, and rings and things like that, and I got to watch him shop, and he was approaching the show from a totally different perspective. Where I was looking for spheres, I was looking for points, right, so I could have direct energy and things like that. He was looking for the small, super rare, super high quality gems that he could put into his art, into his jewelry. And I just passed by all these things when I was doing it, but he helped me to see that that there's so many sides to this gem show. There's crystals for people who love huge pieces as big as your house, right? Gigantic crystals. There's people who are in it for the metaphysical. There's people who are in it for the art. There's people who are just in it to meet people, and it's just such a melting pot of great energy. The vibrations, as you can imagine, as you're surrounded by these crystals, are so high. Everyone's in a good mood. People are wanting to do deals. If they like you, they're gonna give you a discount. It's not like people are trying to screw people over on prices. It's a loving, happy environment, and I can't stress the fact enough that if you are a crystal lover, this is your home. You have to go there. You absolutely have to go here. And I try to take pictures and videos as many different things as I can, or I could, just to keep things interesting for you guys, to show you what it was like a little bit. I didn't take any pictures of like the surrounding area. Okay, Tucson was interesting. It was a desert town. Okay, but I spend most of my time under tents, and actually, some of these shows are in hotels, and you'll go into each individual hotel room, and each hotel room would be, different things to buy. Now we're getting to my haul. That's my haul right there. That's what I brought back from Tucson. And my intention was to bring stuff for myself, but I also wanted to bring a lot of stuff for you guys. And so what I'm going to do, as you see my table here of my haul, I've got things from fluorides to smoky quartz, a lot of spheres, crackle quartz, amethyst, a lot of skulls. I brought back a lot of skulls, as you'll see here. But I'm going to offer these things for sale, first on Instagram, and then on Etsy. So if no one on Instagram wants it, oh, look at that fluorite. If no one on Instagram wants it, I'll put it up on Etsy. If you see anything here, that's a fire and ice quartz. It's a crackle quartz. That's a natural quartz that's been heat treated to the point where it cracks, and it's got fabulous rainbows throughout. But if you see anything in this video from my haul that you want, that's calling out to you, put it in the comment section, send me an email, whatever you want to do. Maybe you guys can get it before the Instagram gets it. You know what I mean? I got a lot of skulls, a lot of spheres. I try to get really large spheres. I got a lot of rose quartz. Oh, there's a big rose quartz. I got a couple of those. So yeah, like I said, we'll figure out pricing. Just tell me if you want something, and we'll figure it out. But I try to bring back a variety of things. Most of them, like I said, is meditation tools. As we look at the purple fluorides there, smoky quartz there, amethyst sphere. I got a black tourmaline sphere for grounding. Look at that smoky quartz. I love it so much. Here's an amethyst sphere. Amethyst, as we know, is great for protection. And man, the thing is that I don't want to sell them. I just spend a lot of money on these things, and it's hard to let them go. Look at these scolecite spheres, super rare, hard to find scolecite. Those are selenite spheres on the left there, and I'm sorry, it's kind of weird lighting, so you can't get the true colors. I try to take stuff outside so you can see it a little better. I got some citrines, beautiful citrines. Here's a crystal point. This one's Dow terminated. And it is a great focus for energy. Look at that. I think this one is from Peru, if I'm not mistaken. But oh man, beautiful crystals everywhere you look. Oh man, can you tell how excited I am? This is a blue apatite. Some people call it apatite. I like to call it apatite, okay? I don't want to eat it, although it looks good enough to eat, like a Jolly Rancher almost. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The colors, the citrines were just glowing in the Tucson sun. I had to bring home some citrines, okay? It wasn't the cheapest, but citrine, look at that. Oh man, the colors on that. Kind of got it half in the shade, half in the sun, so you can see like the true color of it. I got a couple of those. I got a bunch of selenite spheres. I'm going to use one for myself. You might see it in my tarot readings. Look at this smoky celestial. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How am I supposed to part with these things? I got to do it. But what can he say? Oh man, I don't want to leave. I got some Palo Santo for cleansing. I got some skulls, some beautiful, I think it's a 5-inch skull. This one's a rose quartz. I also got another 5-inch skull, which was green aventurine, which is right here. Look at that. Oh, man, just looking at these crystals right now, I don't want to sell them, but I think I got to. Okay, I gotta eat. I spent all my money. That's the thing about Tucson. You go into that desert and you come back with nothing but crystals. Okay, any cash you thought you were going to save, nope, not going to happen. So now we're getting to my personal collection. These are some things that I'm keeping for myself, but that is going to be my crystal video for Tucson. Look at this Herkimer diamond. Oh, this is my personal one. That one's not for sale. I just wanted to show you my Herkimer. But yeah, that was Tucson, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys could feel the crystal energy coming through. I wanted to share my experience with you as much as I could. So I do appreciate you sticking through to the end watching this, and I hope that if you are a crystal lover, you can one day visit Tucson yourself and experience the joy that I felt there. So I want to thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Put a comment in the comment section below, please. Let me know what you think about these crystals, okay? Happy crystalling. Peace.